across the block. Enemy and friend is not an option. We all listen now, we go dance and stars.
Hey you guys, I'm back with another review video today. I hope you guys enjoyed the past few review videos that I've done. If you did, go ahead and give them a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Go ahead and click the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all my product review videos, okay? Today we're going to be reviewing the Black Opal True Color Pore Perfecting Liquid Foundation. Now, this foundation is what I call Old Faithful. This is the product, and I wear this foundation in the color Ebony Brown. Now, Ebony Brown is the darkest color that this foundation comes in. The color before this one is Black Walnut. However, it's like Black Walnut is a little bit too light, and I'm the type of person I'd rather the foundation be a little bit darker than as opposed to a little bit lighter. Now, I've been using the Black Opal True Color Foundation for about 3 years, and that's why I call it Old Faithful. I've been using this foundation for a long time. And something else about this foundation, well, once we get to the end of the video, like once I do the review, I'll actually go into why I started using this foundation, how I stumbled upon it, so on and so forth. But to go ahead and hop into the review, they call this a light to medium coverage foundation, which I would agree with. It says that it has a matte finish and it helps minimize the appearance of pores. Now, on the website, it says that that it's true to tone shade match, skin mattifying formula, like I said, light to medium coverage, for all skin types, free of oil, fragrance, and parabens, and formulated with shea butter to help soothe and hydrate skin, available in 12 shades. Now, I think that's part of the problem as to why I had to go with the Ebony Brown as opposed to the Black Walnut, because this foundation, when you go to their website, it says that this is one of their best sellers. However, I feel if they expanded the shade range, it'd probably be a lot better. Because this foundation, when I wear it, it works. However, it is just a little bit darker than my natural complexion. However, I do like the undertone in it. I feel like the undertones are very realistic. And I think because this is a foundation that is targeted towards African Americans, sometimes with foundations, especially like darker colors, they can tend to have like really red undertones. Some foundations will be gray. With this foundation, I feel like the undertone is very fair. And I'm actually wearing the foundation right now. Whenever I do a review video, I try to wear the foundation that I'm reviewing. So for example, in the Makeup Revolution foundation review video, I was wearing that foundation. In my Lorac foundation review video, I was wearing that foundation, and today I'm wearing this one. So about this foundation, would I consider this a skin mattifying formula? Yes, I would. Is it super matte? No, it's not super matte. It's more like a demi matte finish, which I don't mind because I don't like when foundations dry down really, really matte. Say, for example, something like the Dior Forever Skin, things like that I try to stay away from because it's way too matte. So with this one, this is more like a demi matte finish. Something else I like about this foundation is some foundations that are liquids have the stem. So even once you finish the foundation, you still have product like left on the walls of the bottle. With this foundation, the way that it's made, as you pump it, this goes up. So you literally get all the foundation out of the bottle. So that's something else that I really like about Black Opal, because sometimes with foundations, I feel like you waste some of the product when it has the stem in it and you can't get all the product out. So that is something that I do like about this. I really consider this foundation like beauty on a budget, because this foundation, I think on the website it retails for $11.95. I typically get mine from Walmart, and at Walmart it retails for about like $10 and some change. So this is really beauty on a budget. If you've never tried any Black Opal products, I would definitely suggest them because they have really great products. They have a stick foundation, the liquid foundation, they have pressed powders, concealers. The concealer is really great also. But to me, this is really like a beauty on a budget type of foundation. Light to medium coverage, I would agree with. To me, it's more medium coverage than light coverage. So if you are looking for something that's sheer, you might want to mix it with, say, like a primer oil or something, because to me, this is more of a medium coverage foundation. And if you want to, you can build it up to full coverage. But the light coverage, to me, it's really not light just because it's not a sheer foundation, unless you say you want to take one pump and use that one pump to do your whole face and blend it out with a beauty blender, then maybe it'd be light coverage. But if you use 2 pumps, to me, 2 pumps is going to be medium coverage. And like I said, you can build it up to full. Something else I like about this foundation is it doesn't get heavy. Is it easy to blend? Yes, but it's not as easy to blend as the Lorac foundation that I did my review video on. That foundation blends like butter. That is the smoothest blending foundation I've ever used. With this one, this does blend easily, but it's not as easy to blend as the Lorac foundation. However, I do find this foundation easier to blend than the Makeup Revolution. As far as true to tone formula, yes, this foundation does not oxidize, which is something else that I like because, like I stated in my previous review video, some foundations do tend to oxidize. With this one, whatever formulation they use to make this, it's like it doesn't oxidize. So with the true to tone shade formula, I will definitely agree with that. The color that foundation is when you put it on is the color that it stays the whole day. And I think that's something else that I really like about it. It doesn't say that it's long wearing, but it does wear all day, depending on how you prime your face and set. Like I said, I always use my B.O.A.B Evermatte primer. That's my go-to. I apply this foundation, I set with the powder, and I use a mattifying setting spray. So it wears the whole day. With this foundation, do I feel like you need to set it? If you're oily, yes. Even if you're not oily, I'd probably say set it with maybe like a light translucent powder or like a translucent deep powder, something loose that you can just kind of dust on so it's not too heavy on the skin. Like I said, my only thing is I do wish it came in more shades. It is formulated with the shea butter. So like I said, it dries down to a demi-matte finish, but when it dries down, your face doesn't feel dry or tight or anything like that. It's a very comfortable wear foundation. Even though I got my other two foundations, I still keep this in my arsenal just because, like I said, this is Old Faithful. The packaging that it comes in this packaging. So if you were to go to like Walmart, I don't think I've ever seen this at Target. I don't think I have. But I know they have it at Walmart. They carry it at some beauty supply stores, and they have it at like CVS. This is the type of packaging that it comes in. And like I said, the color I wear is Ebony Brown. And it's the standard 1 fluid ounce foundation. As far as the pore coverage and like helping cover large pores, does I feel like it do that? Yes, I do. If you are a person who has larger pores, I don't really have large pores. And I really think that's in part to my skincare routine that I don't really have large pores. But this foundation does blend in very seamlessly. So it gives a very skin-like finish. Which I'm not sure if you guys can see, but it gives a very skin-like finish. It's not really too heavy. The texture of this foundation is more, it's not too liquidy, but it's not necessarily creamy either. Because I don't really think, I guess I could compare it maybe to like the CoverGirl True Blend foundation, which I haven't used that in eons, but to me it's similar to that type of consistency because it's definitely not as thick as like the Becca Ultimate Coverage or the Kat Von D foundation, but the consistency is more similar to something like that, or maybe like the L'Oreal Paris True Match foundation. And consistency wise, it's similar to that. What else do I like about this foundation? I don't really have any dislikes besides I wish they would make more shades. That's my only thing. I just wish they would make it in more colors. But other than that, everything else about this foundation, I love. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, always feel free to put them down below in the comment box. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's great to be back. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.